Hello guys, so we are going to continue the discussion with respect to statistics, and in this video we are going to discuss about estimates. Now till now, whatever topics in the previous sessions we were discussing, we mostly discussed about descriptive statistics. But now we will start learning about inferential statistics now. And one important thing about inferential statistics is that you make a lot of inferences for a specific population data. You do a lot of experiments over here. We'll be seeing so many things that are going to come up, right? In this video, we are just going to focus on this particular topic, which is called as estimate. Okay, so estimate, what exactly it is. Okay, so if I probably try to discuss about estimate. Estimate is specified observed numerical value. I'll be showing you different examples also for with respect to that. So first of all, let me define the definition. Estimate is a specified observed numerical value used to estimate an unknown. This is super important. See this? It is used to estimate an unknown population parameter. Okay, so whenever we talk about estimate, so this estimate only, okay, it is a specified observed numerical value that is used to estimate an unknown population parameter. Okay, now if I probably take different types of estimate, the first type is specifically called as point estimate. So in point estimate, it is specifically a single numerical value. So I'm going to write the definition. I'm going to make you understand also. It is a single numerical value used to estimate an unknown population parameter. Now let's discuss this with an example. What exactly is point estimate? Now one example can be a sample mean. Sample mean is a point estimate of population mean, right? We can basically write this point estimate of population mean. So let's say that if I have a population data, okay, let's say this is my population. If I probably consider a sample data out of it, okay, so this is sample and this specifically is population. So in this case, let's say with respect to population, I will be getting population mean. And with respect to sample, I will be getting sample mean. So I can basically say this sample mean is a estimate of population mean. This is specifically a point estimate because this is just one value. Okay, so we basically say this x bar is a point estimate of mu, which is basically the population mean. So again, let me repeat the definition. Point estimate is a single numerical value used to estimate an unknown population parameter. So suppose if I have a population and out of this I take a sample, this x bar what you are coming, right, it is basically a point estimate of this population mean, right? This sample mean we will be using in order to represent the population mean. Okay, so this is with respect to what exactly is point estimate. Now coming to the second topic, like second type. What is the second type in estimates? We basically say this as interval estimate. Okay, interval estimate. Now in interval estimate, a range of values is used to estimate unknown population parameter. Now see this, guys. If I probably have this population data, I get a population mean. And if I take a sample, I get a sample mean. But only this specific point will not be sufficient to represent this entire population mean, right? So it is better we give some range of values. Like let's say if I have a population age mean, right, of somewhere around 65, right? And let's say if I consider sample and I probably got 60. Now you can see with respect to 60 and 65, there is a huge difference, right? So 60 cannot probably represent this entire population mean. So what we do is that we basically use this interval estimate to probably specify a range, okay? Range. Now in this case, what will happen is that it will be shown in this specific way. See this. What we can do is that we can actually use a point estimate, or this is a point estimate. But along with the point estimate, right, we will be defining one range, right? That, and it basically says that plus or minus margin of error we can specifically have with respect to this particular point estimate. Now here we saw that my sample mean was 60, right? But the difference is 5, right? Now what I can do, I can keep a range between 55 to 65, right? So I can probably keep a range between 55 to 65. This range is specifically called as confidence interval, right? So whatever range we are specifically talking about, this range, right? This is basically called as confidence interval. Okay. We'll discuss more about confidence interval in the upcoming session, but understand over here, interval estimate basically says that we are specifying a range of value to estimate the unknown population parameter, right? So this range will basically be used to estimate the population parameter. We can probably say that the sample mean may be ranging between 55 to 65, right? In this case, we just had one value. I had one sample mean, but this can be very much less, or it can also be very much greater than the population mean. So this point estimate will not be a proper way to probably show an estimation of an unknown population parameter. But with respect to interval, we can specify a range of values.